opportunity. Morning trade pros, welcome to our morning market update for Thursday, September 6th of 2018. It's George Papsov here from Trade Pro Academy in the office with Mark. And it so happens to be his birthday, so happy birthday to one of our own family members here at Trade Pro. He's celebrating his 18th birthday. It's barely legal. But no, he's in the office having a birthday, and Victorio's not here. And you guys are wondering, why didn't I do anything for him? Why don't we get him cake or anything? Because we're both on a diet. We got to do something though, Marky. We'll figure something. We'll get Uber Eats or something like that. All right, today's morning market update. We got a few things to talk about. We're going to talk about crude oil, the jobs number that just came out, and what else did I have penned in here? Seasonality and crypto prices. And so we got a really busy schedule. Let's jump right into it. But before we do that, I want to announce this. Our new website is up. It's going to have a little bit of changes here and there, but very insignificant before Sunday. So you guys could check out our new packages, our new course offerings. If you go to TradeProAcademy.com, all that information's up. And also this Sunday is our price increase. As of midnight at Sunday Eastern time, our prices are going to increase, but we're giving you a chance to be able to join in at the current rate and to lock that membership in for life. Nobody's current membership is going to go up. It's just new members coming in after that. And the reason for that is there's a lot of value that we've added since our last price increase, and we're going to add a heap ton of value coming up as well. So it's the best time ever to check out what we do. And tomorrow morning, our elite subscribers, we're going to trade the non-farm payrolls. Tomorrow morning is the biggest economic report of the month. We're going to trade that live with our elite team starting at 8:15 a.m., so a little bit early. All right, guys. That being said, let's jump into this morning market update and take a tour around the world. In Asia, Japan's down 0.5%, Hong Kong's down 1 percentage point, China down 0.5%, India up 0.6%. So you're seeing a little bit of weakness in Asian markets, and that picked up off the momentum of the U.S. close yesterday, where it was pretty bearish price action. All right, you could see a European market reversal though, with Europe at midday London holding down only 0.1%. Paris closed or is currently up 0.2%. Frankfurt futures up 0.1%. So you're seeing the Asian weakness wash out and go to a sideways market. And that is translating to the United States as well, with the Dow up 0.2, S&P up 0.1, NASDAQ 0.1 percentage point as well. Technology stocks got battered yesterday with Facebook and Twitter being in Congress testifying about how they're preventing any kind of influence through their social media platforms on the midterm elections. And that caused a little bit of downside. FANG stocks got hit. Equity markets are down. NASDAQ was really weak yesterday, and a lot of our members made good money just shorting it. Yesterday was the kind of day you didn't have to think. Just short and cover, short and cover, short and cover, and repeat and make money. All right, today, I think the prognosis is going to be different. We'll talk about that in a moment. Crude oil prices up 0.2%. For the most purpose, or for most intents and purposes, flat. We did get a draw on yesterday's API report. It came out at 430, 436 to be exact, minus 1.2 million barrel draw versus 0 million, zero expected. 0 trillion, 0 billion, 0 million, still zero expected. And that was a draw that put a little bit upside momentum. Today we have the inventory report at 10:30. Actually, no, we do not. We have it at 11. Let me just double check that. 11, that's right. The inventory report today is at 11 at the top of the hour, and it's on a Thursday. The reason that is because Monday was a holiday, and when you have, exactly, and the biggest reason I'll tell you in a second, but Monday's a holiday, so that pushes the economic calendar forward, and crude oil goes on Thursday instead of Wednesday at 11 instead of 10:30. The other reason that it was on Thursday is that it wanted to give Mark a birthday present, and it's going to give it to him today at 11 a.m. Marky, you're going to do well. I feel it. It's your birthday today. Trading room, guys, we're going to go a little bit over time because it's at 11. So we're going to trade probably till 11:30 today. All right, that's crude oil. Gold price is up 0.6%, up to 12.11. And Bitcoin down. We're going to talk about why Bitcoin got hit pretty hard in just a moment. This morning, we had some economic numbers that I want to give you an update on. At 8:15 in the morning, we had the ADP jobs report. ADP is the automatic data processing. I don't know if that's their full name. Might have butchered it, but they basically are the ones that do payrolls. If you have a payroll through a company, you're probably getting it through ADP. They're one of the biggest companies, and they also do checks and processing as well. All right, so the ADP number is the day before the non-farm payroll number, and it kind of aims to predict what that number is going to be tomorrow. Well, That's bad news because ADP numbers came out 163,000 versus 200,000 expected. It was a miss in the economic number according to jobs, and the prior month was revised slightly lower from 219 to 217,000. So it's a miss with a back month revision. It's not the best report. However, the jobs market is still strong, and it's a little bit of a hiccup, but there's still upward momentum and a pretty tight labor market. All right. Some of the components that missed pretty big. Small businesses only added 21,000 jobs versus 52,000 prior. Medium-sized businesses came in line with expectation, and large businesses added 31,000 versus 48,000 jobs. Service-producing sector wasn't too bad. Manufacturing missed, and construction missed big. So you're seeing that small business and businesses that do real work, not the non-service-based businesses, missed on this report, and that's not good news, which puts a little bit of a negative expectation tomorrow's non-farm payroll number. We'll talk about that tomorrow. We're going to open the room at 8:15 and trade that with our elite members. Elite members, we're going to do that on the trading floor channel that you guys have constant access to. All right. What else we got? We also had initial jobless claims. They came out at 203,000 versus 213 expected. So it means 10,000 people less filed for unemployment, which is positive, which kind of offsets the weakness in the ADP number, because the ADP number is not massive to the market. It's just a foreshadow of tomorrow's number. Tomorrow's number is very, very important. The Fed watches it. Institutional traders watch it. Portfolio managers watch it. Retail traders watch it. Your cousin's brother's probably watching it. And if you have a pet in the background, they'll have their eyes on the monitor as well. So everybody's watching it. All right. Other thing, we got a lot of reports at 10 a.m. today, top of the hour. Feds Williams speaking, factory orders. 10:30, we have natural gas. 10 a.m., we also have ISM non-manufacturing. 10:30, natural gas. 11, Department of Energy's oil inventory report. You're going to have a lot of news today. You got to listen to the tape, or listen to the wire, rather. This is what we call a tape bomb. At any given moment, in addition to this, you got the China situation going on. You got Donald Trump and Trudeau, their teams collaborating on coming up with a NAFTA deal. There's a lot that could affect the market. All right, so you got to listen today as much as you watch the screen, because you're going to hear some news coming in. I don't know what it's going to be, but there is an opportunity for some tape bombs, as they call it, to move the market and infuse volatility. All right, that's news. My prognosis on today's market is this. I think we buy dips. Yesterday, the bears had a chance to smash lows and keep going. What happened was they kept selling. And if you think about a car, I'll tell you what happened yesterday at the lows. The car's front end was against a brick wall, and that brick wall was a support level, and the car it kept increasing its gas pedal, kept pushing the gas pedal lower. Tires started screeching, smoke coming out, blue flames out of the back of the tailpipe, and it didn't go anywhere. When that usually happens in the market, that's going to equate to a little bit of a relief rally. So we could still have a negative market, but I think today in the open, we see a relief rally and markets rip higher. So buy dips early on. And then in the early afternoon, that could transition back to the downside. But I think there's a lot of short sellers stuck. A stuck short seller is a buyer above. So look for buy side momentum on the open. All right. U.S. stock indices are inching up ahead of the open today. We talked about that. September is historically a very rocky month for equities. You need to know your seasonal charts. If you go to Google and type in TRADEPRO Academy, stock market seasonality, you'll find out what I'm talking about. We wrote a great article on that. And September and August are the two negative months of the year on a 30-year cumulative seasonal chart. September is the worst. All right. So traders are already on eggshells here walking through September, because they know the history, they know the downside momentum, and it gets worse in a year where there's midterm elections. Like this year, 2018 midterm elections. I almost forgot what year we're in. That's because I drive the DeLorean to work every morning. So, depending on how you dial in the settings, I could be here, I may not. Anywho, point I'm making here is that be careful, because traders are kind of suspect of any rallies. So any rallies could be short term. We're in a transition point. And the question is, will the market rally from here to resistance? That's probably true. But above resistance, will we get enough momentum in institutional buying to push it back to highs? And I think the answer to that is no. So short-term rally on a longer-term chart, if you're swing trading, look to hit bids on or sell into rallies. All right, short-term momentum, you got the upside this morning. All right, crypto prices. And I'm going to talk about cars one more time. I use that car analogy for a reason. Crypto prices fell overnight on the news that Goldman Sachs was dropping plans to open a trading desk for cryptocurrencies. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I don't mean to sound judgmental of anybody, but it's a fact that crypto traders tend to be the ones who are newer to trading, right? I'm not saying anything bad about that. Everybody starts somewhere. About 16 or 17 years ago, 2001, I was also new to trading. And I remember those days. They're fresh in my mind because I use those days to be able to help you guys. But what I'm saying is, if cryptos are to become a serious asset, reports like this shouldn't matter. So what? Goldman Sachs isn't opening up a trading desk. So crypto investors get out and start selling and freak out. Screw Goldman Sachs. You really believe in the asset, you're going to trade it regardless. But Goldman Sachs saying that report caused Bitcoin to drop 12%. All right. Altcoins did even worse. Ethereum down 20%. Ripple down 14%. Bitcoin Cash down 19% from a silly Goldman Sachs report. So I don't trade crypto myself because I go on assets that are more seasoned. I like to trade with a little bit more institutional money. I like to be in the smarter money crowd. And it's not like cryptos are dumb money, but some smart money is pouring in there, but it's not an established asset. I like a predictable market. I'd rather it move predictable with a smaller degree because I could increase my size based on confidence than one that moves a lot, but it's not as predictable and more risky. Because on that, I don't have confidence, so I can't trade large size. So trading larger size on smaller moves is better than trading small size on larger moves. And any professional trader will tell you that. It's all about scale. Money in this business is not made on movement of price. It's made on scale of that movement of price and probability. All right. That's a very important learning moment there. So anyways, cryptocurrencies took a hit on this Goldman Sachs report that they're ditching their trading desk. And I mean, I guess that's a short-term, if you're looking at a long-term, short-term buying opportunity for you. If you believe cryptocurrency is going to be around 10, 20, 30 years from now, buy it. I can't think that long. I'm not a long-term investor in stocks or paper assets. I'm a long-term investor in real estate. I like to be able to go on my property, walk in the door, and look at what I got. That's just me, though. Everyone's different. All right. Last but not least, I can't believe this. This almost brought a tear to my eye. I'd like to ask you guys this question for the day. How many of you drive a stick shift vehicle still? Marky, you do, right? See, I had a Honda Accord, and it was a newer model. It was a 14, actually, 2014 Honda Accord. And I love the car because I got it in stick. And they no longer make that car in stick. And it hurt my heart to let it go because I knew that car will not be made anymore. I love stick shift vehicles. It gives you full control, especially in the winter. Man, it's just fun to drive. All right. It's an active driving experience. You're not just sitting in the back eating McDonald's and talking on the phone with your wife or husband. So here's why I say this. A lot of car makers are ditching the stick shift because there used to be two arguments for driving stick shift. Number one was it's cheaper in fuel, and number two was it's cheaper to buy. All right. None of those are true anymore with automatic transmissions being that much more efficient. But there is still one reason, the control that you get out of it. Nothing was as life-saving to me as being able to rip into second gear and brake and stop on a dime. All right, engine braking, big benefit. Audi ditched their stick shift vehicles. As of 2019, no more Audis are going to be sold in stick. RIP to the stick. It's a shame because Audis are beautiful machines. I wish that wouldn't be the trend, but it is. My car doesn't have stick anymore, and I would wish if it did. Has the little paddle shifters, but I'm not Lewis Hamilton here. I don't need a paddle shifter. The paddle shifters are silly. What are you gonna do? Shift on the paddle while your steering wheel's turned? No, that's dumb. Anywho, point I'm making here is RIP to the stick shift. I wanted to send a little ode to it because I've driven stick all my life. This is my first car that hasn't been stick. And thank God it's got 646 horsepower. Otherwise, I would get a stick again. You guys take care. That's all I got for you. Look for a rip in the markets today. I'm seeing some stuck short sellers. And as long as we get above the resistance levels, then we're clear to keep buying. Where are those resistance levels? I'm going to turn around and show the trading room. Tomorrow at 8:15, Elite guys, we're going to be trading the non-farm payrolls report live. And if you guys on YouTube are curious to check out what we do on the back end of our operation, what TradePro is really about, our community, our courses, the advantage of being a Trade Pro, now's the time to check it out. One, you're going to get the lowest price ever. Two, there's a 14-day trial, not trial, 14-day money back guarantee period on all of our products. If you try it and you hate it, I give your money back. If you try it and you like it but can't afford it, I still give your money back. I don't care what the reason is that you want your money back for. If you ask for a refund, we give it to you within 14 days. That's our policy. No questions asked. You guys take care. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And that's all I got for you. Happy trading. Manage your risk. Trade like a trade pro. Ciao. All right, trade pros. Thanks, Marky. Let's hash out some of these resistance levels I'm talking about. That if we get a break above, I think we're gonna run some buy stops. Oh, thank you, sir. It's your birthday. I'm supposed to be doing stuff for you. Oh man.